一种一种呢，这个都能扎晒毛贴出做冷做多了小个包的呢，也叫古都找叫那叫主呢到后来没说大去生呀，生得丰厚贴，生得苏人怕，到找被叫推叫古都找贴，叫都找贴。cho tu chân thành trên đã bị chân hông tu công ok nhất trong đó lu tu chế mình tập sinh building vấn đề như mà hay cho trái SF sun chi trâu yi benefit cho cô tu trò có bị cho cô tu trò mong tàu trái benefit như này chúng mình chỉ cái năng trả lời cho có thì có chuyện năng bị một số ok chỉ cho họ cái sự thản chỉ cho trái nó sẽ bị cho cô tu trò mong bộ tàu trái benefit đó căn đó là cái là nói chỉ cho bị cho thôi cho cô tu trò thiết cho tu chân thành trênท่านจิตจะใจนอเดียวเลยสาลิจาอย่างไรจุดนี้จะต้องจ่ายสุดเป็นไม่ใช่โอเค
All right, next up we have Senate File 568, Senator Hurd. All right, Senator Hurd, welcome to the State and Local Government Committee. Whenever you're ready, please begin.
Chair Xiong, what an honor, and members of the state and local government. I salute to you as a public servant of our state, and also I salute to member of the SGU who's sitting behind me. Thank you for hearing Senate File 586. This bill redefined veterans to include the Special Guerrilla Units, or SGU for short. The SGU is an American clandestine force in Laos during the Vietnam War, constituting mostly Hmong, the Highlander people of Southeast Asia. During the Vietnam War, or in this case, the Secret War in Laos, every capable Hmong young men and boys were recruited by the United States Department as proxy soldier, fighting for America, and young girls as nurses. That amount to 95% of Hmong in Laos to bear arms for this country during the Secret War in Laos from 1961 to 1975. That was the main reason that Hmong are here in Minnesota, because our elders shed blood for this country. Mr. Chair and member, as you know, to prove that point, all 8 Hmong American legislators, both bodies, 3 here in the Senate and 5 in the House, are children of the Hmong SGU. The population of Hmong in Laos during the Vietnam War was just about 100,000. Losing 35,000 Hmong SU military lives to save Americans, and more in the aftermath, facing government persecution, nearly wiped out our entire Hmong population of Laos. Fortunately, we're here in the United States. So 50 years have passed. Those who bear arms for the United States, the SU men, women, and the ones with child soldiers are in their late years now. No more than 1,000 left in Minnesota. Let's give them full recognition by passing this legislation. And I'm honored too, Mr. Chair, that you are a descendant of Hmong and myself. So there's 3 generations here in this room of Hmong American and Hmong Minnesota here and asking for your support of this bill.
Certainly. Thank you, Senator Hurd, for your advocacy. First, testifier John Yang, Executive Director, please state your name and you may begin.
Chair Xiong and esteemed members of the State and Local Government Committee, My name is John B. Yang. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today in support of Senate File SF 685. Although I currently serve in the Minnesota Air National Guard, I am here in my own personal capacity. My testimony does not represent the views of the U.S. military. I come before you as the Executive Director of Minnesota AAPI Veterans Association and as a proud member of the Hmong American community. 50 years after the secret war in Laos during the Vietnam War, our Special Guerrilla Unit veterans remain without an official status or proper recognition in the U.S. history. Many continue to struggle with the war-related disability, bearing the lasting effects of their service. Like my grandfather, uncle, relatives, and elders who served before me, I have been deeply inspired by their courage. I know that without their sacrifices, I would not have been able to pursue my own American dream and serve my own nation. During the Second War in Laos, thousands of Hmong soldiers funded by the CIA fought as U.S. proxy soldiers. They risked their lives to gather intelligence, undertake rescue missions, and protect American troops and assets. Over 30,000 SGU veterans paid the ultimate sacrifice, and another 50,000 died while fleeing persecution for their loyalty to the United States. The suffering was and continued to be very real. In my family, I witnessed the deep scars of PTSD in my uncle, who grapples the memories of war 4 decades ago. This history is not confined in the past, it's woven into our everyday reality. Minnesota is home to one of the largest Hmong communities in the United States, one that has enriched cultural, economic, and social fabric of our state and nation, yet too many of our veterans remain unrecognized. This is merely a policy question, it's a matter of dignity, compassion, and humanity. We must not allow the bureaucratic barriers to overshadow the immense courage and sacrifices of these veterans. As Senate leaders, you hold the power to profoundly shape the legacy and secure the rightful place in U.S. history for the veterans. Their contribution marked the defining moment of our Hmong people, bringing an end to centuries of displacement and persecution across Asia. 50 to 100 years from now, I want my children and grandchildren to know the sacrifices from the ancestors proudly as U.S. veterans and who fought bravely for this country. I want the future generations to understand the military legacy of our people, to appreciate the profound gratitude of this nation, and to feel inspired to carry on their legacy. So I respectfully ask for your support for Senate File 685, recognizing these veterans as true heroes. We stood for America when America needed them most. Now it's time for us to stand by them. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Yang. Next up, we have the Executive Director for the SGU Veterans. Please state your name and you may begin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My name is Tsab. I was a former lieutenant in the CIA, recruited foot soldier in Secret War. I was the ammunition officer, which was in charge of the unloading ammunition military supply from the C-130 and C-123 out of the airplane from Udon, Thailand to Long Cheng. I am one of the founders of the Special Guerrilla Unit Veteran and Family Organization. I'm here today to provide a brief overview of the military structure of the secret war in Laos, which was a critical part of the Vietnam War. During the war, SGU soldiers operated under CIA guidance in the command of General Pao in Laos, Military Region 2. Our forces were organized into group mobile units, which consisting of approximately 2,500 to 3,000 military personnel. Each GM unit worked closely with the CIA case officer and interpreter, who provide daily coordinating and intelligence gathering. We play a crucial role in collecting enemy's movement report, field intelligence, and casualty members, which were then layered to our superior officer. High-ranking CIA officers frequently visited our units to inspect military operation alongside General Pao. When the Secret War ended in 1975, the Communist North Vietnamese and Pathet Lao soldiers targeted, persecuted our former HU soldier, like myself. Facing imminent danger, I had no choice but flee my homeland to seek for refuge in the United States. In 2000, Congress passed H.R. 371, the Hmong Naturalization Act, which provides an expedited path to the U.S. citizen for HU veterans and their spouse. Additionally, our service was acknowledged through a memorial plaque and dedicated a tree in Arlington Cemetery. In 2018, President Trump further honored our sacrifice by signing legislation granting burial right for our Hmong HU veterans in U.S. national cemeteries. Today, I am standing before you to request you support and approve of SF 568. Our members were once around 7,000, but today we have less than 1,000 veterans here in the state. This bill is deeply personal to our survivor, HU veteran, and spouse. We fought alongside the United States because we believe in its mission to defend freedom and democracy in Laos throughout Southeast Asia. I urge you to recognize our service and honor our sacrifice by voting yes on the bill. Thank you very much for your time and consideration. I have provided a brief report of the HU service to you and some illustration photos that the Americans were there. It was not our war. It was American war, which called secret war. Thank you.
And are there any other additional testifiers, Senator Hur? All right. With that, I'll open up to the committee members. Any questions or comments? Senator McQuaid.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Senator Hur. Thank you so much for bringing this bill, and I look forward to strongly voting in favor and maybe joining as a co-author. I think this is incredibly crucial work, and I want to thank the testifiers and every veteran I see out in the audience for coming here today and being present, and thank you for your service. I don't think this country has ever won a war without people from other countries, and when they are now ours, when they're Americans too, it's only right that we honor their service. So thank you so much for all of your service and for coming and advocating so forcefully and beautifully.
Thank you, Senator McQuaid. Any other Senator Lang.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair, and this one is something. I've been here 9 years, Senator, and we've talked about this again and again, and you know how I stand on veteran status and what veteran status is. And first of all, gentlemen in the audience and Mr. Vang at the table, let me say that from my perspective, thank you very much for your service. Thank you on a deep level. As this concept of expanding veteran status goes, the veteran status that I know, that I served, is very defined, and it's very defined for reasons. There are people that served the United States military, much like Mr. Yang sitting at the table, that swore an oath to the Constitution, held your right hand up, entered the U.S. military, knowing that if you didn't meet the criteria, you would not be a veteran. And I know we use that term loosely. And gentlemen, you sure are veterans of the Vietnam War. The problem is when we talk about what veteran status means, not only to U.S. citizens, but to folks in Minnesota, it's pretty simple. You did 20 years or you served in a foreign war. And then the status that goes along with that is different from people that have prior service. It's different from people that have served honorably. The veteran status is something different. You know, I'm curious. I don't see anybody from either Department of Military Affairs or Veterans Affairs in the room. I don't see anybody from the Vietnam Vets Association that has largely stood against. Oh, well, I don't know who that is. Okay. So the VA is here. Senator Hur, I wholeheartedly agree with the pursuit that you're making. However, I'm going to be voting against this today. And it's a tough one for me, it truly is. But I'm very protective of what that status means. Realistically, that they were, like you both said it, it's a proxy, right? In both of the conflicts that I've been involved with, I would be very upset if some of the third country nationals or any of the local individuals, if they were applying for status like this, I would be staunchly against this. Now, with that being said, again, thank you for your service. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Senator Ann Johnson Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Senator Lang. Senator Hur, I have a question for you. Having grown up in northern Wisconsin, I'm also very familiar with the important role that the Hmong community has played in the Vietnam War and was very much involved in their immigration to Wisconsin as well as Minnesota. My question is, reflecting on what Senator Lang said, honestly, is there another community like the Hmong that served in a war and then came here in such great numbers? Is there, are the Hmong unique in this way? And if anybody else on the committee can answer that question, I'm indeed interested in Senator Hur's response.
Senator
Thank you.
Senator.
Thank you, Senator Johnson Stewart. I'm going to see if I can clarify your question. Are you more specifically talking about Southeast Asian special unit, or are you talking about a global operation unit?
Senator Johnson Stewart.
Mr. Chair, Senator Hur, I'm just asking, it seems like this is a unique population, but perhaps only unique to me because I'm not aware of others who have come to our nation after serving. And another clarifying question, all of your legislation applies to citizens, correct? So these are not just people who are here that served our country, but they're also naturalized citizens, Mr. Chair?
Senator.
That is correct, Senator Johnson Stewart. The reason I ask is that if you ask about the question whether there have been special force under who fought for America as a proxy soldier, they has, you know, the Korean, the Filipino, and they already been put as a veteran status already. They have been upgraded as veteran status and acknowledged federally. There may be more, but that's just as far as I know. In terms of Southeast Asian and the Secret War in Laos is predominantly Hmong, and the Mountain Guard, which community are in North and South Carolina. So Hmong are more unique here in our state, being the largest Asian American group, and also participate in many areas of our state. So if I think I answered your question.
Yes. Mr. Chair.
Senator Johnson Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Senator Hur and those in the seats beyond, I'm so grateful for your service. I think this is an important bill. I too will be voting yes for it, and I thank you for bringing it to our attention. So thank you.
All right, any other member questions or comments? Senator Carlson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Senator Hur, for bringing this forward. To tell you part of my story, I was almost drafted, and I was found not to be fit for military service. And yet the people that I went to the federal building and they went through their physical, they were allowed, they were drafted, they were part of the people that went into the service that I've always thought that they defended me personally, because I couldn't do what they did. And so when we look at the people that in that area of Asia that they were fighting for me, a person they never met, a government they never experienced, an idea that they were convinced that this is important enough to put their lives on the line. I think that they are the real veterans of the secret war. And I think it's really important that we give them not just the thanks, but the honor of being true veterans of that era of the United States history. And it was something that a lot of us of my age experienced. And I think that, again, my friends who didn't come back, they did it for me. It was for me. And you did it for me. So I thank you, and I will support this bill strongly. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Carlson. Any other members or for questions or comments? Senator Herr, I thank you for working on this. I know you've been here for a long time, beginning before all of us even got here, working on this issue, and I know all the veterans here have been working hard for over 20 years. I remember when my grandfather and them were advocating for the citizenship and other bills for Hmong veterans. That front lawn used to be filled with 1,000 veterans coming to rally here at the Capitol, and today we can only bring only a handful here. And so that truly is sad, but I hope that future generations here will see the efforts that they do. Tôi cho lầu nên tôi không nói chào đồ này họ bấm ba tôi cũng cho thầu cũng giờ lớn đâu này chỉ tôi phứ tờ chỉ đó nó lũ chặt tiệt tới cũng có mua cái bếp của tôi tao cũng có từ khi không nói gì chỗ nên chơi được chứ bây giờ là tôi xem thấy bây giờ tôi còn thâu tao xong nó bây giờ là tôi chào đồ này cho nên cho tụi nó. And thank you, Senator Herr. Any final comments for your bill?
I thank you, member, for listening, and I appreciate your voice of support and also voice of gratitude. And I'm sure the veterans will be, the SU veteran will be very, very appreciated. And I hope that those who may think of their vote differently, I hope that you will change your mind. It's a warrior code. It's defending our democracy. That's important, and I know there's a lot of technicality involved, but at the end of the line, I hope that Senator Lane will change his mind in supporting this legislation to confirm the SU as veterans officially. Patting it back is important, but putting paper will suffice in the longest run. If the Senate or the legislature don't recognize the men and women who served in the secret war, we're going to recognize ourselves. The Jackson Cemetery, just about a few blocks from here, now is populated by their colleagues. And if you look at, I think maybe on your package has some photo of their tombstone. If you go to the Jackson Cemetery there, almost every tombstone had military symbol on it because America felt to acknowledge us, so we had to acknowledge ourselves. The Hmong population in Minnesota, Hmong Minnesota, will continue to grow. We don't want to miss the opportunity of not recognizing our forebear, our ancestor, Do we want to wait till the 67 senator are all Hmong? It's time now, the perfect time, where there are senator of 1.5 generation of Hmong descent, a Hmong American like yourself, Chair Xiong, who were born in Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, to recognize our elders who sacrificed so much for this country. And legislation is defined by people, not intuition or not organization, but by people, by members who are here. So let's make that happen. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Senator. Senator McQuaid.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would recommend that this bill be passed and sent on to the Committee on Finance, and I'd like to request a roll call.
All right, a roll call being requested, roll call will be given. Seeing that there's no further discussion, Senator McQuaid moves that Senate File 568 be recommended to pass and re-referred to the Finance Committee. All in favor, on roll call will begin.
Chair Zhang,
Yes.
Vice Chair Gustafson,
Yes.
Vice Chair McQuaid,
Yes.
Lee Lang,
No.
Senator Barr,
No.
Senator Carlson,
Yes.
Senator Swatzinski,
Yeah.
Senator Druskowski,
No.
Senator Fateh. Oh, sorry, repeat that one more time.
Yes.
Senator Johnson Stewart,
Yes.
Senator Corian,
No.
Senator Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, there are 8 ayes and 4 noes.
With there being 8 ayes and 4 noes, the motion prevails. Senate File 568 is recommended to pass and be referred to Finance. Congratulations, Senator, and good luck with your journey.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right, next up we have the office, we have Senator Bolden, Senate File 1354.
That actually is a vehicle bill, and so if, what I'm going to speak to is the 81 amendment, which is a delete all amendment. So this bill, Mr. Chair, I'm grateful to be before the committee with this, is related to certified midwives. Minnesota has, and I'll be brief since I know you are busy with a full agenda today, but Minnesota has a maternal health care desert in many areas, and certified midwives help address health disparities faced by marginalized and underserved pregnant people. Also, the lack of certified midwife licensure creates a barrier to midwifery practice for those who getting a nursing degree is not the right thing for them. So this bill aims to add a new path into midwifery through as certified midwives. This bill is bipartisan in both bodies. It actually passed off the Senate floor unanimously last session. It just did not come back to us through conference committee. So this proposed legislation introduces, as I said, licensure for certified midwives under the Board of Nursing. There's no opposition to this bill. It is supported by the Board of Nursing.
John จริงมันปัง testify 也对 veteran 做路对前咯，没了呀多养下是没好，我主抓做路对路前呢，做养都不干了，นู่น呀นู่นลงชาจะไป从那时ตัว是กูมาถอดตัวสามตัวไม่แต่กูตัวชานะกูจีบตัวชาจะไปที่กูตัวชาจะขอเป็นเรารู้ฮะนี่อย่ากูให้เน่งฮะแต่อย่ากูจ้อนช้าแต่ว่ากูตัวชาอย่าขันได้我讲路对前呢就有我扭着边了นะ这是กูลงชากูไปตัว路出进咯นู่นกูอยากตัวมองกูอยาก stay center กูย้อนจนเด็กโลหรือตัวแต่ชอบแล้วมองสุดๆพลาดเลยเนาะได้ขอกูลงชา上มาตุเชียนเลยcapital state local government จะ要是呢凶悍的呢就中了要蒙了都个还 testify 了要蒙都 co-author 了要蒙汉了那边也啊个那个还要不去 recognize 被的被有 recognize 被都 change 被多了就老超入的被错路断章被招被แต่被SU 超呢被整个到处到那被到过像周就像都生日好像蒙单超了被在底下的时候呢กู啥的 别到杂技下，但是喏，
像是蒙，晓得生热也蒙谈到。
像对生热样，做就像对。
我们都比较不分比较那么软呢。
这他们的但是应该了，但是要打电路哈the house 包括打给路了哈，都包括经常被，也考不测上的测长，据我需要早着路才是了没。但做美国做那边，แต่กู做测กูมองเขาคือไปอยู่ยิ่งนะแต่กู做nhà上面几张ใช้ไป教去走路些哈是那เขากู帮上面几台湾去也烧哈两个面积呢他到家个ไป走路些那是嘛ไป走路些得ไปยิงผ่านช่องนู้น了啊 OK 我找到了เขาไป有ผ่านมายิงแช่有路是嘛กู做测长做摸着到 finance ไป整有路 conference 到 house 到现在哈对กู做测面积就好了是嘛人家路应要好了这去印上นู้了印就印人家是กู三个印上นู้才要主要就好ไปต่ออินูแต่要อินูต่ออานูแต่อานูแต่เช่นนี้เลยแต่สังก็ไม่จะคือชุนเจชุมโนก็ไม่ปลูกก็ไปต่อกันนะต่อกันนี่มันเป็นเป็นต่ออย่างไม่มันยกเจเราพวกมันดิสคาวน์เพื่อไม่มันโอ้ไปรถไฟเราพวกมันดิสคาวน์โชว์อย่างต่อดิสคาวน์ VA 要一考中哈，但是กู三人ไม่只要 VA นะ要ลูกกงลูกเมย์นะเขาจะเขาเจ๋งช่างนะเดี๋ยวว่าจอง到ก็ไม่โต
ชื่อต่อเชียนเด็กเธอก็到在电机呢。
呀，我讲到，用三条，就我可能。呀，OK。
这那个叫路海了，
còn hai điều này có tầm happy to save the money với cả phòng thế con thì bảo để ship về cho nên là để con
nhớ rằng lúc này lúc thi trà hoặc thi gì lúc đó liền tu ở phần này chi nó là biết tôi là nó mà trở đi cũ nông ra là tu sinh ở theo ra là phòng hơn cái cho lô hài rồi bé cho mong ai chịu cáiตัวra cũng bỏ tiền giấy kho dùng rồi bé thì chỉ chẳng chỉ đó tiền theo pan sẽ y theo all là chỉ cho sẽ bé chỉ ta lại nhau là lúc nào mà nhị số ya bỏ dùng bao số chỉ bỏ dùng thì cho sẽ bé chỉ là nên là ya tiền chỉ đó bé tiền là chỉ rồi có được cụ ta là bây giờ mong ai chịu tao cho là bây giờ nó là bỏ sắm lại tôi cho ít sao hay chi giờ đi cho cái tên cha sẽ được béo cho là lỡ ít xe nhất rồi là chỉ đó tôi còn béo là nè thì tôi béo theo béo ổn là tôi xuống phơi béo hành mong béo chạy gì thua bài tàn họ tôi cho họ cho sản xuất là xin nó béo sao cả tôi trên chỉ ổn để béo số tuổi anh giải luôn để tên là một cú hay là rồi bây giờ có đủ cho còn số tuổi nhá giờ lúc là sẽ khai cho giờ bao nhiêu nó sẽ ổn sẽ được chọn đầu mà chỉ là好多人必须台北美食肯定呢，人家容易说的明白呢。
我讲到侬那边多的呢，做黑人也好是的都上如 office 呢，侬那侬真正个被大家就好多大家都先去 get together 个喏，chia sẻ nó là hay thảm một cái cha nó là mà nếu cái sẽ là bọn gì thế cũng đúng bây thôi và rồi vừa nữa nè để ở trong lòng đâu
นู่นเป็นตัวค่ะ the capital เนี่ยเป็นตัวตะกัตัวอาจจะเสด็จยาหูveteran committee แล้ว nó support bây giờ biểu có người bây giờ tụt cho achieve nó cả tàu stay đấy để có là thứ để bây giờ ít tụt cho này cái tụt cho mấy cái giờ thầu họ nó pan lại rồi để cho bây tàu bên đây phía nhà là tụt cho mấy cáiตัวเวียดนามที่นั่นเขาเนี่ยเขาไปตัวนู้นเราอย่างเขาเนี่ยเขาเนี่ยเขาลงแช่ให้เนี่ยนะตัวจ้องที่เขาต้องกุศลที่เดียวอยู่ผ่านที่อยู่ต่อผ่านแล้วเนี่ยเจมเป็นช่วยอยู่ต่อจานเบนฟิยาที่กันจานเมกาเนี่ยเขาเนี่ยเขาจริงๆจานเนี้ยแต่ว่าแต่เจียเนี่ยตัวแล้วก็เนี่ยเจียที่อีเขากุศลฟ้าไม่ละรู้จะที่ตัวที่กุจีต้องจานเนี่ยเจแต่จะมาคอยเช็ดจะจะหูด้วยเป็นกองหูที่เป็นอยู่พยาที่บ่ายแล้วก็จะเต้าที่เราเนี่ยtàu cháy vậy cho nên thì mà họ quyết định thì khi mà nó mới có cho nên nói ai chỉ để nó giờ tôi cho nó là ai chỉ tí to còn họ có mua bề mua uống mua nào rồi họ thì chẳng chỉ cho nó được bề chỉ mua nên bề nhau họ tiền để nó nên cho tôi để bây giờ tôi cho thế thì thằng nó nên chỉ một canh cử thì họ nhua nữa để nó tí vậy nhua sao để to cái sao cái tao em mà yếu mà hai tí thì thằng nó nhua nhớ là bịสัมภาษณ์ไทยเนาะตัวจะไม่แก่เนาะอยู่ตัวต่ออีก%เดี๋ยวอยู่จีนบ้านเลยนะนี่ตอนมาสัมภาษณ์อยู่ป้องเท่านั้นนะเดี๋ยวเขาเนี่ยจะเดินตู้เช่นะก็จะเดินซาปูจอร์อันที่มัวจีอันที่หูชี้ถาชี้เก่าก่อนชี้เขี้ยก่อนเป้าก่อนเขากุศลฟ้าอีหลังเช่นจะเนี่ยต่อมาต่อเจ้าหมดจ้า
Thank you. 我做了那些的讲那个字 especially big veterans. Here big 讲那个我coming today to support เขา bill Senator Phong Hao อย่าไปอีตัวตู้มองลูกไปกับมองชับเลย He's been here the longest advocate ตัวไปมองที่ไปกับ veterans Senator Xiong and I have the privilege of joining him here at the Senate ต่อXiongเนาะ and we're all fighting really hard ตัวไปมองนะเขาหน้าตัวไปกับมอง veteran เป็นยอดรู้เสียรุ่งจีนะก็ recognize ไปมองกูบอกแต่นู้นเนาะ majority vote yes ตัวไปมวยกับ vote no แต่ชีเฮวีเลยจีบบอกให้เดี๋ยวไปมองมาจริงๆบอกเลยแกเรารู้เด็ดเต้เนาะนะเรารู้เด็ดขมิกาเนาะแต่ชีนู้นเนาะโมโรตอนเต้เนาะมันไปเจอไฟของเขาเบลนะว่าเจ้าเราเนี่ยเชื่อตัวเท่ especially ว่าเจ้าเราMichael เจ้าแบบเยี่ยเท่Dr. มีบอกช่วงกับเอาเรื่องตัวกงไปกับเราเท่กงไปกับ veteran ตัว advocate ตัวเขาเป็นยังช่วยกับตัวเจ้าใช้เจกับตัวล้านลัวจะ一直报备蒙跟个多 support เขาเบลนะเกี่ยวกับเจ้าเนี่ยเอาเรื่องเบลนะมั้ง
เราเชื่อกูยังมากูสบายเนี่ยว่าcho nên cho xin này chỉ biết này biết gì chỉ có những involve luôn chỉ là bao lần rõ là lại tụi máy như mình đó là cũng nhữngวันrõ là lại nó là cũng chẳng tốt cho dân nhà chỉ đâu trong biển nó có bao giờ bị trùng nhà chỉ cái tiền trong mua để thổi bị tàu trong vật trò nó rồi trùng của mình cả thiên này vậy không nó nói không nó trùng chân đen nó trùng hình
我从那个里保险呢，我现在他被 push 等标呢，被我等标呢 put together 呢要，也被我的领导都可以帮 carry 到被他叫 major author 领导呢也被因 pick Senator Pa 一度 Senator Xiong 一度 Senator 冯浩也一度，也不叫呢也叫佢摸沙到被摸被但也被叫摸呢，其實叫佢抽下叫佢中點呢，只冇嚟對要中啊呢，也被都補但นู่น被摸 blow 到摸二到 support 被呀，但是 blow 到support ไปหมายนะไปอยู่ตรงมือใช้แต่ตอนเต้นนั่นอย่าลิงตื่นติดจอต้นนี้มาตัวมันนี่แต่ว่าไปเช้าไม่ไปว่าไม่จอยังเลยนู้นมีตัวเซนเตอร์ฮะเนี่ยไม่ย่อนะไปว่าไม่จอคือไม่ปังไปแต่ชิมาถอคือหาลุจูแต่ปอมบ้าลุมเช้าไปนะลุม support ไปปัวแต่โนเลยนั่นจินโนเลยนั่นจะไปตัวใช้ไปตัวสายไปจะพุ่งยืมมีการหน่อชื่อจะส่งไปตัวอะไรหายตัวขาปัวฮะแต่ใช่ตัวเจอปัวตัวฮะอะไรอย่างจริงๆอย่างเจอปัวตัวเราใช้เจอตัวchỉ nhau bom bả là sắp bom bả rồi po ha nè, rồi còn là bé mongจะไปchỉ bao cho nó cho chuyện nó rong chỉ nó tốt thọ bé là bé giờ là bom bả rồi po là thế này, thế còn này theo cái bé tao xài nọ xài chữ ta xài cái phong dư nè, lúc mùa bé sẽ là một tay có chỗ chỗ lên đó là chỉ bé là bé sẽ chơi lột sẽ chơi bé là tôi chỉ thọ cứ cái tay cái lột chỉ cần chơi nhiều lợi, thì còn này khó chịu chứ. 我讲到个没多了，弄还没多 ดูไปใช้ฮะดูไปโอ้ขันเจ้าขโมยฮะอะไรก็หาไปเจ้าที่น้อยจะไปจะฟังเซนเตอร์ผ้าดูมันจะเซนเตอร์ฟองดูมันจะไปจะ legislative ตันทอคือย้อนไปน้องไปตัวมวยหญิงเล่นเลยนะยะอะไรสุดตั้งเซนเตอร์ฟองฮะไปยังต่อกับไปหมดจากชั้นเล่นตาแล้วมาเลยโอ้ละเจียแต่ไปยังต่อกับไปหมดจากชั้นเล่นจะไปมวยยูมีตัวมีหยกไปมวยสุญญ์ไปตัวมีหยกกับพวกตัวใช้กันต้องกันได้พวกเป้าพวกลูกมุดลาหนาวจุดที่จะต่อเกย์ lúc trong nó chỉ thấy nhau thành thọ là ha là cô chỉ bảo hai cô bên bang còn này chỉ cho trong tận đây nó tao chỉ cho trong bên tôi chuyện nó này chỉ trong tận đây nó có bên bang lên đó nè bên bang lên đó có bên du lô nào chữ ha bên chỉ du lô nào chữ ha thế gì mà bên sử dụng của tụ bang để bồi thâu bên ha bồi bên lô dạy mua ha chỉ bên chỉ là xây dựng này tôi chỉ sang tu ya giờ là chỗ thâu bồi bên lô dạy mua ha thâu bên giờ ta bỏ ha ta bên chỉ cả nó là bên mà lấy mông sử dụng bây giờ mình nhớ vậy, hay có bố nào chuyện, tôn chủ bố nhỏ, tôn chủ mẹ nhỏ của cháu mẹ sao lại tàu luôn nhỏ hả nè, đó họ mẹ bé tụi nó chỉnh chờ nữa, nhưng mà là một, đó chỉ mà trong xã ta, họ muốn mẹ bé tụi nhỏ nó hát sẽ là phồng hơn là nhỏ nó là ít tụi sinh nhở là hay, bố là bố nông mẹ ha, bố trái mẹ ha, bố chờ mẹ ha là chỉ họ này họ kiểu bé trong xã, họ chậm. Oh.
Yeah, nó nói là inu cứ bé mong ít câu chỗ tận đây là cứ có帮cho cứ cố tu trò mong rồi cố tu trò mấy cả nó là bao nhiêu ô bé trò là đâu ra ô bé trò hạt ta mẹ một trận chỉ mấy cố tu trò đó chỉ xin giao hạ xin á yêu tao sổ cái chỗ tao đỡ nè chỉ giờ lên nó nói là nó cứ bé to testify của bộ sổ cái trong đó đã cho mong SU ya veterans đó hả ya officially veterans chỉ cho ya lo nên nó hạ khoản sổ khoản giao hạ sự này cứ sau khi nhau trong đó đã nhau trong lúc sinh mình đã nó chu kỳ chạy nè khoản nó như vậy khoản chỉnh chính bây chỉ sao tại ít trong mà thấy khó ít trong thấy khó khoản nó thì tàu cái khoản nó thì số dạng như tàu nhau một căn tầng đấy hả yeah mấy bộ tàu tại cho vote support bên họ thì cho Democrats nữa cũng chỉ tàu tại thầu cái cho sáng sớm bao nhiêu tại bao lúc bé trâu thì bao số họ nhau trâu chứ chỉ tàu họ nó chỉ lù nữa cũng chỉ sáng mỗi họ nó cho lù phải tại băng từ bờ từ chuyện thì nhớ là họ từ đó là mà bây nhau lợi rõ thì cho giờ bây giờ nên cho trắng để bây giờ cho bang bây của bây giờ tàu họ recognition đó mình nhớ cho lúc tây lúc chờ từ mình nhớ cho lúc sinh từ bang trong bang mấy nó là mình một trở lên đó gì mình bổ nó để thảo bố vô để từ Democrat vô chứ trả lời pan nó một cho finance là họ nói vậy họ chỉ cho nó căng là nhiều lúc họ từ lúc ha bây tôi tới chợ nó bây giờ tôi ít một lô nụ bây tôi trên bang trên bờ bên tôi nhớ là chọn nhẹ, nên nó nói bên tiền trên một phèn trên một rồi cho chọn nhẹ để bên nó cao tại bây giờ lên từ, yeah, rồi lại trao sát khứ má, rồi lại trao sát khứ trao sao này má, bây chỉ tham gia cho tung kinh á, tức là bây lúc chỗ cho cứ sử dụng bảo trang là lúc này chọn nhẹ nè, họ cứ bên sân nó cao tại bên lục họ từ lục, mong đầu một trở là bên nó sử dụng họ sử dụng dễ cho dạng tận thế, nó nói là ít có chỗ cứ bé pan họ nói cho tận thế để sẽ xong nó, để chỉ cho xong dạng sáng đá xong nó nè, cho họ bé tu chờ chỉ sang là ít bộ pan này hả, cho cô tu chờ.